Cuts it back 5. Touchdown Breakers.
Yo, what is going on, Breaker Nation? It's your boy Leaux. I'm a little sick, so bear with me. Y'all could probably tell immediately, but we won 4 games in a row. And we lost 3 games in a row, and now we've won 2 games in a row. This team is something. We got a big win. We kicked their you-know-whats, 31-3 against Memphis. That was nice, man. It was nice to get that revenge. Although that weather delay was not nice. That sucked. That was super annoying. But player safety, I understand it. Nonetheless, 17-0 in the first quarter. It don't get better than that. 5 turnovers. It don't get better than that. Unbelievable defensive performance. And now we're sitting pretty at number 2 in the division. We get a win and we're in. Nobody can touch us, which is what we needed. If we lose this game, week 10, which I can't believe it's already week 10. That's crazy. If we were to lose this game, by the way, I'll run through that scenario real quick. So if we lose to Houston, that puts us at 6-4, and it puts Houston at 6-4, and that would split the series 1-1. But if Michigan would beat Philadelphia, we would get in. But if Philadelphia would beat Michigan, Houston would get in. If that's confusing, I apologize. But so basically, I would rather just win this game and not have to worry about it, because I don't want to be the the Bills that one year when the Bengals basically had to put the Bills into the playoffs by beating the Ravens. I mean, was it a cool moment? Yeah, but I don't want to be watching Michigan hoping to God that they can freaking beat Philadelphia so we can get in the playoff. I don't want to do that. I just want to win. Okay, so all of my ramble mumbo jumbo is me saying I just want us to win this game. All right, I'm gonna get into some players to watch and stop all that rambling. So 3 players to watch for the Breakers, 3 players to watch for the Gamblers. Firstly, for us, Bethel-Thompson. He had a big game against them the first time. Gonna need him to do it again, probably. Or a good game as in, don't turn the ball over. But I'll kind of get into that a little bit in a minute. Wes Hills, his coming out party was against, week 2. His coming out party was against Houston. So I figured that'd be a guy to watch again. Now, their run defense has been kind of solid throughout the season, but he's had success against them before, so we'll have to see if he can do it again. I know it was early on in the season, but – and then linebackers, if you know anything about Houston, you know that they love Mark Thompson and they love to run the ball with Mark Thompson. So, again, our linebackers, I thought – by the way, I had them on here last week, and Diggs got a pick 6, so – I might know a little something, okay? But, no, I think that they're going to have to be able to stop the run again, especially against Mark Thompson. He's a big dude. He's really big. They know that, though, so they're going to come ready to tackle, man. But for Houston, I got Kenji Bahar, and it's Kenji Bahar it's so weird. He'll make some plays, and you're like, man, that was a heck of a play. And then he'll turn around and throw the worst interception you've seen in a while, and you'll be like, what was that? So, but he can still make plays. Kenji Bahar can make throws. He's made some incredible throws, so he's always a guy to watch for them just because of you just don't know. You don't know what you're getting. This dude might throw 2 terrible interceptions, and he might throw 2 beautiful touchdowns. You just don't know. So, Mark Thompson, he's going to get the ball a lot. They love to run the ball with him. He's a bruiser. He's a big running back, man. He just keeps hitting. And, it can wear a defense down when you have to deal with a running back that's that big that just keeps hitting every play, every handoff. So, but yeah, Thompson's going to definitely be a guy to watch. And then Manny Bunch in their defense, he makes plays for them. He gets tackles. Sometimes he gets picks. So he's just a guy that you got to watch for. He's a good player. So now I've got some offensive keys to victory. Start fast. We kind of did last week. I know we had that stupid fumble against Memphis, like at the 1, like early in the game. But we still went all the way down the field, and then we did, score with West Hills a little bit later, like after that, and then get a field goal. So, like, we put up 24 points on them, and we did kind of start fast. I'll say we started fast, even though we didn't score a touchdown on that opening drive. We did get all the way down there and move the ball and stuff. So just start fast again. Get them on especially because they're a run-first team. If you put a run-first team down early on, get them on the ropes, man, they have to change their game plan and go away from what they want to do. So, yeah, just be able to do that. Limit turnovers. We did a good job last week. I know West Hills had that fumble, but other than that, we didn't really have anything. And that's good. It's key against a team like Houston because Houston likes to give the ball away. It's like I said, Kenji Bahar pretty much once a game is good for like one really bad interception out of nowhere. So if they're giving if they're giving you possessions, you don't want to give those possessions back. You want to, if you get what I'm saying, if they give you a possession and then you give them one back, it just cancels out. But if you're not turning the ball over and they are, first of all, you see what happened last week. We got 5 turnovers and we stomped them. So all that to say, limit turnovers and win that turnover battle, and you got a really good chance. And then run West. They have a solid run defense statistically, but you're trying to, well, for one, you're trying to win the game and make the playoffs, but also, you want to kind of establish a run game for this game, but also the strong possibility of next game, have a solid run game that you've kind of built on, just because we've kind of struggled a little bit to get the yards that we were getting. And I know, like, getting 190 yards and 3 touchdowns is, not going to happen every week. West Hills, he was putting up some crazy stats, but just getting, around that 100-yard mark again, if you could get that in this game, first of all, I think you could probably win this game. If you can get Mark Thompson or if you can get West Hills around 100 yards in this game, I think you win this game. But also it'd be nice going into the playoffs if we get there to, establish some momentum in the run game. Defensively, it's kind of I think it's literally the exact same as last week. These two teams are kind of similar on offense. They really like to run the ball a lot, and they have quarterbacks that can throw weird turnovers. So obviously run stuff, that's pretty self-explanatory. Mark Thompson is going to run the ball, and you've got to be able to limit him. And it kind of plays into the next one. Last week I had no big plays in the passing game, but for this week it's no big plays in the run game. Mark Thompson, the other day, last week, I think 2 weeks ago, they played the Maulers, and Mark Thompson had like 12 carries for 42 yards. But he had, 2 touchdown runs that were 50 yards. It was 2 carries for 50 yards, 2 touchdowns. You can't let him get those big plays, those big chunk, those where he gashes your defense for a nice 20, 30-yard run. Those are the things that you can't allow. Make him earn everything, and I think you'll have a really good chance. And then, force field goals. Mark Thompson scores a lot of rushing touchdowns. He's got 13, leads the league. Don't allow it. Make them kick field goals. If you make them kick field goals, you can win this game. Now, onto my picks for the week. It's kind of a weird week. I want to pick Pittsburgh in this game. First of all, I want them to make the playoffs. I do. I try not to be too biased, I guess, whatever, but I do like Pittsburgh. And I want to see a new team in from the north. That'd be cool. I also think seeing Pitt, this is a little USFL talk, just kind of on the side real quick. Seeing Pittsburgh and Philly and, like, I called it like the Pennsylvania playoffs. That would be cool, in my opinion. I know they're not huge rivals. It's really Michigan and Pitt that are more of the rivals. But I don't know. I think it would be cool to see that in the playoffs. I think they could market that to Pittsburgh and Philly, the Pennsylvania play. I think they could market that. But anyway, I don't know. I don't trust Pitt's offense. I think New Jersey's going to win this game. Last time they played, it was kind of a field goal fest. And I think it could probably be that way again, just because Pitt's defense is so good. They're going to keep them in that game. Memphis is going to probably beat Birmingham just because Birmingham probably sit players, I would assume. I don't think they did last year now that I really think about it. But I would assume you would sit players if you've got, I don't know, maybe they're trying to play for the 1 seed, but the 1 seed really doesn't matter because you've clinched a home playoff game. Actually, no, they can't even do that because nobody. Okay, never mind. Don't worry about that. Long day. Okay, so yeah, Birmingham, you've already got the 1 seed. I would just sit the players. You can't go undefeated. You're not really playing for anything crazy. Just I would sit starters. Let your backups. Let Kyle Sloter get some run. Let their other quarterback. His name is escaping me right now. He came in against us in that first game when Magoo left for a second. His name is escaping me for some dumb reason. But anyway, if they do that, I think Memphis will probably just win that game and just get their winning season. I've got Philadelphia over Michigan. Again, if we lose to Houston, we need Michigan. But I do think Philadelphia is the better team. However, the one thing that could help us is Josh Love just had a bad game. And as y'all know, Josh Love is very up and down. Usually he'll have a couple good games and then a really bad game and then a good game and then a bad game. Like he alternates. He just had a bad game, a really bad game against Pitt. So there's a strong chance that he has a good game against Philadelphia. I do think Philadelphia is the better team, and they did just score like 30-something points. But I don't know. The good thing is we will know if we have to root for Michigan or not because we play before them. So if we lose, the next game after is Philadelphia, Michigan. So if we lose, you better turn that game on and root for Michigan. That's all I got to say. All right, anyway, our game. Look, these are two teams that are obviously fighting. New Orleans, even though they can lose this game and still get in, like they want to win this game and get in. They don't want to deal with no BS. They just want to win and get in. Houston, they're fighting for their season, right? So these are two teams that are going to go at it, man. Houston lost once already, so I do think they could have that mentality of wanting to, as Vontae Diggs said, get back, as in get their revenge for losing earlier this season. But our defense, I mean, I tweeted it the other day. Our defense is literally top 3 in every statistic, and we're number 1 in a couple of them. Number 1 scoring defense, least amount of points allowed. Number 1 in like forced fumbles. I think number 1 in sacks. So we're number 1 in a couple, or tied for 1 in a couple categories defensively, and then we're number 2 or 3 in everything else. So like our defense has really come along, at least statistically. That bend don't break mentality. We for the most part can usually keep teams out of the end zone, and our offense didn't have to really do much last week, but they still got enough done, got the job done. So if you put that good offense with this defense that's really risen over the last half of the season, I think we should be able to overwhelm them, especially if they turn the ball over like they did last week. And like I said, you saw what happened with Memphis. Excuse me. Memphis turned the ball over a lot, and we were able to capitalize on that on those stops and those turnovers. So I think I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of scoring in this game. I think these are two teams that are going to be fighting. The defenses are going to be fighting. It's going to be a battle. I think we're going to come out on top. I think we're the better team. I've always thought that. I know there was that 3-game, losing streak, but when I've seen at this peak of this team, I think we're the better team, and I think we've gotten 2 wins in a row, and we're starting to kind of ascend. We're starting to peak at the right time, as Webb always says. So I think we can get this win, get to the playoffs. I can't believe it's already week 10. That's so crazy to me. This season has flown by. It's been a fun one, though. It really has. Hopefully it ends in a Breaker championship that we can take back to New Orleans. So that's what I want. Take it back to the Bayou, baby. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys this week. I appreciate you guys watching all the videos, and I appreciate you guys helping build the brand. It means a lot. But yeah, until next time, Breaker Nation, is your boy Leaux signing off. Peace.